Hey, it's Joey for Digital DJ Tips, and today we're going to take a look at the Pioneer DDJ-SB controller for Serato DJ. The DDJ-SB is made of an all-plastic enclosure, and while the top may look like brushed aluminum, well, it's not. It looks pretty cool though. This is a 2-channel DJ controller, and the first thing that catches your eye are these 2 large silver plastic jog wheels. They're quite chunky, they elevate a bit from the controller surface and have a good bit of resistance on them. Personally, I like them more than the jog wheels on the Traktor Control S2 and S4 because they're bigger and they just feel a little bit more solid. It's just a preference. Beside each jog wheel is the pitch fader for adjusting your track's tempo. Below the jog wheels, you'll find a group of 8 pads. The first row of pads are performance pads, whose functions are dictated by this row of buttons above. The Hot Cue button allows you to set cue points within Serato DJ. Auto Loop lets you set loops based on a predetermined length of musical time. Manual Loop lets you create loops CDJ style, where you set a loop in point and a loop out point. Finally, the Sampler button lets you access Serato DJ's SP6 sample player for playing back one-shots, loops, and samples, such as multiple articulations of everyone's favorite air horn sample. Below these performance pads are the deck's transport controls play, cue, sync, and shift for accessing alternate functions on the controller denoted by text with a red background on the faceplate. Above the jog wheels, you'll find the effects section that has 3 on and off buttons and 1 knob for manipulating Serato DJ's effects. Over here in the middle is the mixer section, where you can find 2 up faders, your EQ and filter section, your master output, your headphone mix knob, and your headphone level knob, as well as your browse and load buttons for navigating Serato DJ's library. Over here, right above the crossfader, we find the DDJ-SB's Filter Fade button. Filter Fade is a function unique to the DDJ-SB. When enabled, this feature links the channel filters to the crossfader, so when you fade out from one song to the next, the bass from the current song fades out smoothly, while its volume output adjusts automatically. It's like rolling off the bass while moving the crossfader from left to right, and making subtle volume adjustments along the way. Except that it'd be physically impossible since, let's face it, humans only have a maximum of 2 hands. Over here on the side, you'll find 2 headphone outputs, 1/4 inch and 1/8 inch, as well as the microphone input. The key lock button and vinyl mode buttons are also here for easy access. And that's it, the Pioneer DDJ-SB controller. Thanks for checking this out. Head on over to digitaldjtips.com for a full review.